Yesterday made 2 weeks since Mayak was born. Anaya got a fever of 100.5 yesterday at daycare, so she's gonna stay home. I may or may not be taking her into urgent care. I'm gonna do some chores as usual around the house. Mayak is asleep right now, and we're just hanging out. Last night was rough. Anaya has been sick. She has some really bad nasal drainage, light fever. So last night was kind of touch and go with sleep. I slept a little bit, but like between the feedings and getting her situated, last night didn't do much for sleep. So again, I'm probably gonna take her into an urgent care. She also has these two little things on her hand. I don't know what the heck it is. And I want to get that checked out, but I want to see if they might give her some meds to get her healed faster, just because the baby is here. Not just because, but it factors in that I don't want her to pass anything to Mayak with him being so small. I went to kiss Anaya just now, and she had snot on her ear. So this just gets everywhere when she gets sick, and then she always puts her hands in her mouth. So in her hair, it just gets everywhere. Now I have to be careful to make sure I don't kiss anywhere near the baby's mouth, because I just got her snot on my lips. Papa. Oh, Papa. All right, Anaya is dressed. I'm dressed. We're gonna go ahead and head to the urgent care. Get in your seat. Mommy will get your shoe. Okay, you ready? Sorry, go ahead. I brought her to the urgent care, but they don't open until noon, so we're 2 hours too early. I guess I'll try to bring her back later. I just spent $16 on valet parking, and my car was literally parked for 5 minutes, not even. So that was a little bit of a waste. I don't think I'm gonna bring her back today. I'm gonna try in the morning. I don't even know what the hell is going on right here. If she's not feeling well, I'll bring her tomorrow. But I just recorded a whole freaking video, and the damn video didn't catch. That was really annoying. But I was just talking about how the last 2 weeks have been non-stop, go, go, go since I've had the baby. Today is day 15. And in these 15 days, I think I may have had 2 days outside of my 2.5 days in the hospital where I was actually able to rest and kind of relax a little bit. Literally, not even the full 2 days. It'll be time inside of those days. I've been to 2 doctor's appointments for myself, took the baby to a doctor's appointment that I had to take Anaya with me to, so that was a handful. Just took Anaya to urgent care. Urgent care is closed. She had a fever at daycare yesterday. And then just the day-to-day maintenance of the 2 kids, getting her to daycare, taking care of the baby, keeping the house clean, getting all of the paperwork and everything filed and done and taken care of. It has been a really exhausting experience, for real, for real. This has not been a chill, oh, stay home and relax and enjoy and bond with your baby experience at all. Not even, it's just been not ideal. While this has been a very stressful and taxing couple of weeks, I could definitely say it's worse for a lot of other women, or it could be worse, and it is worse for a lot of other people. And I always try to take that into account when I'm looking at my own situation and realizing, you know, like baby could have been born sick. I could have had to be hospitalized for a lot longer. I could have had to have a C-section and been immobile. I could have been without any kind of assistance as far as my husband being home or any of that. Like, it could really just be a lot worse. So my little vent just now was just a vent. But I do recognize that there are people who are struggling and dealing with and handling a lot more outside of their pregnancy and in life in general. And I always try to keep that in mind when I'm feeling down about my situation, or I'm feeling like, man, this is a lot for one person. I always try to recognize that it's people that are dealing with more. One of the most difficult parts of having a sick child is when they can't breathe, and there's just the constant flow of liquidy mucus and saliva, and the mixture and the combination of the two, and it just gets everywhere, all over her face and all over her hair, and it's preventing her from sleeping through the night and through the day. It's just like a constant, it's like a thorn in my side. I can't think of a better analogy, that is just constantly, and I can't do anything about it, right? It's like I can try to flush her nose, I can try to suction her nose, and I haven't flushed her nose in a while because I'm afraid that I'm putting too much pressure, and I don't know what she's feeling when I'm doing that to her. So I'd rather not flush her nose, I'd rather just suction. But this is the worst part of Anaya being sick, is the freaking nasal drainage and congestion. I absolutely hate it. Something that I learned in my labor experience with my son a couple weeks ago is that breathing is not about reducing the pain or controlling the pain. It's about controlling your reaction to the pain. And it's making me think about how when you have a kid and sometimes you get angry or irritated or sad, you feel all of these emotions or feelings, and having your control over your reaction to them, it doesn't mean that you feel the feelings any less, but it's all about controlling how you react. In the same way that when you're in labor and you're breathing, it's to control how you respond to that pain, not necessarily to reduce it, but having control over yourself. Another thing that's like constantly in my head is my own recovery and my own body, like having to pick her up. She doesn't want to get out of the car on her own. She wants to be held, and she's sick. So of course I want to pick her up, and she's over 30, maybe over 40. I don't know how much Anaya weighs, but it's definitely over 30 pounds, probably 40 something pounds. And you're specifically not supposed to be lifting anything over 20 pounds, but it's like, how do you take care of yourself and take care of your kids in the real world? It just doesn't work that way. How do you prioritize between your well-being and your kids when your kid is sick and you're recovering from childbirth? And imagine, like I said before, I always take into consideration other people, other women who have multiple young children and are either pregnant or just gave birth or had a C-section, and there's just so many different scenarios that can play out. You want to go in mommy's room? So she doesn't want to walk, she wants to be held. And what do you do with that? So I just changed Anaya, put her in some home clothes. I gotta go breastfeed Mayak. Sit down. And then I'm gonna get all the pillows off the bed because she's gonna get snot on everything. I already had to take the pillowcase off of one and wash it this morning.
Mommy.
Yes, baby.
It's like a dress.
You got dressed?
Yes. Socks.
And socks?
Yeah.
Can you say bye-bye?
Yeah.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good girl.